in this life, everybody else follows a certain standard for what it means to be successful and what it means to be a failure. But this surah, gain and loss have now been redefined entirely. And I wanted to highlight that a little bit more by way of an analogy. And it's an analogy inspired by the Quran itself. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَمَا هَذِهِ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا لَهْوٌ وَلَعِبٌ. That worldly life is nothing but play, entertainment, and a game. In a game, there's pretend, right? Like kids are playing a game, and one kid is going to be the soldier, and one kid's going to be the king, or whatever else. Silly story, but I'm reminded my parents put me in a play when I used to live in Saudi in elementary school, and I got to be the king. So I'm sitting on the throne, and this other kid, his job is to be the servant. This is my friend, his job is to be the servant. So he's going to bring this tray, and he's going to serve me orange juice. And halfway through, he's just threw the thing, and I want to be the king in the play. So I sat him in my chair, and the play was over. But the point I'm making is, when you're playing pretend, then you take on roles, right? But that's not really who you are. In a movie, somebody can be a superhero, or somebody could be a ruler, a police officer, a criminal, whatever else, but that's not who they really are. When that play is over, then those costumes are off, the fake stuff is off, and who you are. This is actually, in a sense, the game of life too. We have certain roles. People think of us a certain way. They have a certain image of us. This person is very dignified, very noble, very famous, high-ranking. Even within the Muslim community, somebody could be thought of as in very high terms, and that's okay. But it may not be the case on Judgment Day. And there may be somebody who's just completely insignificant, unknown. Nobody knows who they are. There's somebody who just sweeps the masjid floor, or somebody who's quiet and doesn't socialize with anybody, and they're the celebrity on Judgment Day. They have mountains of good deeds behind them. And it could be people like that. There is allusion to that even in some of the sayings of the Prophet ﷺ, where he would sometimes allude to a companion and say, this person guaranteed Jannah. This person, if you could be like him. And they're like, who? And he'd point to somebody and they'd be like, him? We don't even know who he is. What does he do? I've never heard him speak. He's never done anything major in public or nothing. What's so great about him? So this, to internalize that the standards that people judge by are not the standards Allah judges by in Surah Al-Asr. One dimension of that, to talk about that, is easy. The disbeliever has material gain, cars, homes, and money, and pleasures, and all of this stuff, and that's what they see as success, and the believer sees success differently. That one's obvious. Now obviously that is not to us success. The Firaun had the biggest crib in history. He had the nicest home in history. And he's the ultimate failure. And Ibrahim a.s. was literally homeless. He was expelled from his home, and he's one of the greatest successes in human history. Our religion is named after him, Millata Abikum Ibrahim.